It was a calm Sunday evening, the kind that presses down with the accumulated weight of the week gone by, leaving no room for illusions. In that quiet, one sentence shattered the life I had spent years building with the man I once called my soulmate. I didn't mean to hurt him. I didn't even know he could hear me. But a single careless confession unraveled everything we had. My closest friend, Sarah, had come over for a casual glass of wine. We sat nestled in the comfort of my living room, surrounded by the soft hush of the evening. I thought Nathan, my husband, was upstairs dealing with something in the storage room. I had no reason to believe otherwise. Sarah and I were deep in conversation, though really, it was me who was unloading. The wine dulled my inhibitions, and the exhaustion from months of tension, shouting matches, unbearable silences, the kind of fatigue that seeps into your bones, came pouring out like floodwaters breaching a dam. "I don't know, Sarah," I said, pressing my fingers to my temples, heavy with stress. "Some days, I just wish I never married him." The words had barely left my mouth before regret gripped me with icy fingers. A cold ache twisted in my stomach, as if I'd spoken something sacred into ruin. Sarah's eyes snapped to mine, her tone sharp and alarmed. "You don't mean that." But the truth wasn't simple. A part of me did mean it, at least in the way people sometimes do when they feel trapped in routine, when love turns into responsibility and that responsibility starts to feel like a burden. Still, another part of me believed I loved him. At least, I thought I did. Unbeknownst to me, Nathan was standing motionless on the staircase, every word falling into his ears like stones. The next morning, something felt off. The usual rhythm of our home was missing. The coffee machine hadn't been touched. His keys weren't by the door. The boots he always lined up neatly had vanished. At first, I thought he'd just left early for work, but a quiet anxiety crept into me. Nathan never left without a goodbye, not even when we were angry. Especially not then. By midday, I called his phone. No answer. I sent him a text. Still nothing. Worried, I opened my laptop to send an email to his work, and saw only one message in my inbox. The subject line read, "Farewell. Asterisk, I heard you last night. I know I wasn't supposed to, but I did. You didn't say those words in anger. You meant them. And that truth, it broke me. I gave you everything. My whole heart, my loyalty, my soul. And all along, you were living with regret. Don't try to find me. The divorce papers are already filed. I'm not angry, just unwilling to live as someone's mistake. Nathan asterisk." I couldn't breathe. I reread the email over and over. Each word struck like a hammer. There was no fury, no begging, no attempt to fix things, just quiet finality. I rushed to his office in a panic, only to learn that he had quit earlier that morning. His desk was empty. By the afternoon, his phone was disconnected. All his social media accounts were gone. Our mutual friends had no answers. His brother told me Nathan had requested no contact and needed space. It was as if he had simply ceased to exist. A few days later, the divorce documents arrived. Clean, impersonal, already signed. No phone call. No conversation. Just lines to be filled, boxes to be checked, and my name sitting coldly beside his. I waited for anger, for disbelief, for anything, but all that came was crushing guilt. I started remembering the early days. The way Nathan used to look at me like I was his whole world. His quiet support when I needed time alone. The strength he offered when I stumbled. Then I recalled his face just a few nights before, tired, withdrawn, but still trying. He hadn't given up. I had. Sleep became a stranger. That moment with Sarah looped endlessly in my head. Why had I said it? Was it even true? Or had I let the bitterness fester too long instead of opening my heart to the one person who deserved the truth? Weeks became months. I even hired a private investigator, desperate to find him. But the trail had gone cold. No new address. No financial activity. No trace. Nathan had erased himself. Eventually, I understood why. He hadn't just overheard something painful, he heard my truth. The part of me I never dared to admit, even to myself. I had let our love wither in silence. And when I finally gave it voice, he knew. He chose dignity. He walked away, taking what remained of his pride with him. Now I find myself wondering where he is. If he's happy. If someone wakes beside him and sees him for the extraordinary man he is. Because now I know. He was the best choice I ever made. But I made him feel like the worst one. And there's no taking that back. He left to find peace. And all he left me with was the echo of a sentence I can never undo.